It's that time of the year again. Holidays are right around the corner, everyone's getting prepared and excited for the new year, but most importantly, it's the time where we finally get official images for Ninjago. And as per usual, I'm going to be ranking them. Hey everyone, Hfmasters here, and today we're going to be ranking the Ninjago 2020 sets. So these avatar pods are interesting. They come with two minifigures, both a normal and avatar version of the character, and they're all housed in the arcade machine with a bunch of accessories. They look like something which definitely could be very popular, but to me personally, I don't see a whole lot of reason to get this other than that one exclusive minifigure. And me personally, I don't really like any of these avatar minifigures. The designs are just they're too weird. I like the Kai one the best, which happens to be the one which is the least deviated of all of them. And I really don't like this Lloyd one, and that one they really went crazy on. So if I were to pick these up, which I probably will down the line, but not right away, it would definitely just be for that one minifigure. But right now, it's not really all that enticing. The Ninja tuning car is really a disappointing set for me because when I look at this set, it actually looks like a really cool design, but the color scheme is just so boring that it kind of kills it for me. I really don't know why they made this thing so predominantly gray without switching it up, aside from like the tire rims and some really not that great stickers. Honestly, if this set was a brighter color like a red or maybe a blue or even just straight up black, I think people would like this set way more. The function to turn the tires and move the blades is something that looks pretty good, but the rest of the set is so dull it just doesn't make it worth it for me. The Jungle Raider is the smallest set of the bunch here, but it really is solid. It comes with one minifigure being Lloyd. It does have working suspension like the original, and it is a fairly good rendition of it. Now, if this set is a $10 set, this is going to be an absolute steal, but I don't know the prices for sure, and it was rumored to be $15, and if that is the case, then it's only okay. It also doesn't really help that if this set were to be $15, this really is a massive downgrade from the original one, which was only $20, but overall I do like it, but the price is going to be the biggest factor for me. So everybody loves this set, and I imagine this is going to be the #1 set on a lot of people's lists, but for me personally, it's just okay. I'm someone who cares more about the actual builds more than the minifigures, so a 218 piece set that's going to probably retail for $40 with some super small, unsubstantial builds really doesn't appeal to me. Now, obviously the reason for this is because there are 9 minifigures which are included, and don't get me wrong, I think there are some really awesome figures here. Pink Zane, that's going to be the main reason why I'm going to buy this set, and probably most people. Rocky Danger Buff I think is a really cool inclusion, but I do think they kind of missed on this one a little bit because I don't think they really captured it as much outside of just the mustache. It looks like they just added the mustache and didn't really add anything else which really made Rocky Danger Buff kind of what it was, but I think this might have something to do with the story, so take that a bit with a grain of salt. Avatar Nia is fine. Harumi is here, which the actual minifigure I don't care for, but this is pretty interesting from a story perspective, but that's not what we're talking about here. So after those figures, there's one more exclusive figure which is just some dude, and then there's 4 other figures which you can get all in cheaper sets. So yeah, there's 3 figures here that I really do want, but without any cool builds to go with it, $40 just isn't cutting it for me. So this is a set which I probably shouldn't like it as much as I do, but this set is just great. The bike really is something new and fresh, and ever since the mystery bike, it's felt like every bike has kind of followed the same formula, and this one just completely deviates from it and does something new and interesting, and it looks really, really cool. The plane, pretty simple, but I like it a lot. It has this cool wing rotating function, which is a lot like the Kai Fighter, and it just works out really well. Really nice set. Jay's Cyber Dragon is very, very solid. In terms of a playset, this is going to be awesome. It's got articulation everywhere, including the waist, which is something that is very common for dragons, and it does have the spring-loaded shooters, and that's really all you can ask for a dragon, which, you know, those are always great, but in terms of a display, you know, it's got some flaws. The overall design I think is good, except for the wings. I think instead of combining the giant engine pods with the wings, I think they should have just picked one and gone with it. Here, these pods are so big that it makes the feathers just look a little bit out of place. I also think the trans yellow wasn't really the best pick for the color scheme, and I think trans light blue would have looked way cooler, but that is very nitpicky considering the trans yellow is the theme of this wave. Also, it totally looks like this head has no eyes. I know it has these really small like white slits for eyes, but in these pictures it looks really creepy. But yeah, pretty good set that definitely could have been better. Temple of Madness is weird. This is going to be one of those sets which looks way better in person than it does in these pictures, but I can't help feel like this set never reached what it wanted to be. These steps on the side look really out of place, and I can't help but feel like those Technic beams were originally supposed to operate some kind of function that just didn't work out for the final set. The temple also looks like it's going to be super lacking in interior space, which for a temple that's kind of a big deal. The top half also looks like it's just a facade which has nothing really to do other than hold the katana. Although I do really love the bottom half, especially the very bottom section where they have that kind of pathway thing cut out. That looks really good. Overall, pretty solid set, but I just can't help feel like it never reached its full potential. Kai's Mech Jet may be small, but it packs all sorts of value. This set is a 2-in-1 similar to Crater sets, which means it's going to not be able to transform, but instead you're going to have to disassemble it to build each option. But I think that's going to be fine because this set is so small, it's not really going to be that big of a deal. But the jet build looks pretty solid, it fits in right in with Jay's jet, but the star of the show for me is this mech. This mech looks really good. I love pretty much everything about it. I don't really have anything to nitpick about it. Combine that with the 2 minifigures that come in and the $20 price point, this set is a must-have for me. The Empire Dragon just looks so cool. The black, blue, the trans red, it looks awesome. The digital stickering looks really good. The head, it looks great. It gives me Fusion Dragon vibes. The minifigure selection is great. I love you get Emperor Unagami for only $30. It's just a great set. Nothing to complain. Day one buy. The Golden Mech is a really great recreation of the original. It keeps the original look of the mech while expanding on it and making it much more refined. First off, you know I gotta mention these knees. Just look at that 90-degree bend. That is some amazing evolutionary stuff for LEGO. Articulation on the arms too looks to be pretty good. Minifigures, pretty solid. We get a new Kozu, which looks nice, and I really appreciate that they included the elemental blade. That wasn't something they had to do, but doing that makes the set just that much better. Only thing I find weird about this set is that there's this random like red belt looking thing on the torso. I don't know why that's there, but it's a great set. I'm going to be getting this right away. And at number 1, we got the Thunder Raider. This set is just so good. Cole's mech looks so much better than the original one, and yes, it does have knees by the way. Jay's vehicle, it looks much bulkier and just much better as a standalone vehicle than it did before, and the set shines of course the most when combined. It just looks good all the way around. It's just so well done. Can't lie though, I do think it's pretty ironic that for as much as people complain about Ninjago sets being so similar, Legacy is arguably the best thing they got going on right now, and that's just recreations of old sets. You gotta love it. But that is going to be it for my ranking of the 2020 sets. Pretty solid lineup, but let me know your thoughts. Put your list down below. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'll see you guys later.